Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions October 19, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. October 19, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. Removing zeros. 170 tons of gold and one decision on the table. Will the Iraqi dinar survive erosion? Quote, the Central Bank of Iraq is opening the door to one of the most sensitive decisions in its modern monetary history. The project to remove zeros from the local currency. Modern economic analyses confirm that strengthening the gold reserve provides the central bank with moral cover for any future monetary reform. October 19, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU. A couple of weeks ago, I posted that Iraq had 163 tons of gold. Since then they have added 7 more tons. Also, before that I told you, the Bushes only got a small portion of Saddam's gold, leaving a huge stash secreted away in the desert. What you are witnessing is Iraq repatriating their own gold and making it public so they can create a reserve capable of sustaining a currency revaluation. There are no records of gold being purchased on the open market by Iraq. That's because they already own the gold they're just now allowing the world to know about. The amount will continue to go up in the coming days as they finalize the needed apparatus to revalue the currency, but it is expected to take between 1 to 2 more years before they are ready. October 19, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, Firefly. The finance minister and deputy of the CBI are still in Washington. They're meeting with the US Treasury and the IMF and also with the World Bank. We think they're putting the final touch on this. Frank. I agree. The team that is in Washington, D.C. right now, they're going over the Oliver Wyman audit report. Emo. This is being presented to Donald Trump. October 19, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK, article. CBI putting out new instructions aimed at stopping dollar smuggling. These reforms would close the financial borders to not smuggle dinar out or into the country. International compliance. This doesn't make much sense unless they are planning to revolve the currency. I was told they would close their financial borders with the RV and they need to be able to control both directions during the process. This is a great sign. October 19, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now. Now we don't know exactly what the rate is in country or the quote-unquote international rate. I know what the rate is going to be on our bank screens for dinar. I know what it is on the redemption center screen, and I know what the contract rate is for dinar. October 18, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. They're not going to talk about the dinar exchange rate. They're not going to talk about the timing of any of that. They're just not going to ever do that. But what they're going to do is they're going to communicate properly. I call it the hush-hush. Believe it or not, it's very well known that a lot of things happen, but they happen behind closed doors. They're not going to broadcast certain things because they can't. I like what I'm seeing. October 18, 2025 Newshound Guru Pimpy. There's no in-country, out-country bullshit. Can you imagine if they did 2 different rates? You know how many people would flood into Iraq, change for the move valuable money and turn around and buy more out of country and just keep coming in and out. It would totally crash the country. Once they make the change, it's worldwide. That's how it works. October 18, 2025 Guru Nader from the Mideast. Sadani is doing a great job. I like Sadani. I will vote for him again and again and again. It's just like for you guys. Trump, you will vote for Trump again. Me, I will vote for Sadani again. October 18, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. They are doing their best to keep the RV a surprise, but they are certainly talking about it in Iraq. October 18, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU article. The World Bank projects Iraq's economy will shrink by 0.9% in 2025. Do you see the 1 to 2 year wait setback now? They are not ready for the final act, the RV, until the economy stops contracting. October 18, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. There's no other currency on this planet more valuable than the Iraqi dinar. Not even the American dollar can touch it. October 18, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. Central Bank Governor. Iraq's internal and external debts amount to approximately $150 billion. October 18, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. Iraq is going to be a pillar. It's going to be a foundation stone in the Middle East. Notice how the Middle East has cooled down significantly. Iran's been quiet. We haven't had missiles flying in Iraq anymore. You have the neighboring country's big peace deal going on. It's calm. It's really good. It gives confidence to international investors. Now you see article that Iraq is a beacon. It's the show. It's a new showpiece, hence CNBC picks it up. October 18, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq boots on the ground report, Firefly. They came on television Channel 8 saying we are in the final stages of negotiations on the HCL. They told us that directly. It's interesting because they told us they're lifting 3 zeros to give us purchasing value. Maybe that's why they say they're going to give us the HCL. Frank, the HCL is here where it belongs. Let them vote for it. I'm sorry there is no more negotiations on the HCL. Why do you think you're in DC, with Oliver Wyman? This is fantastic news. October 18, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser now. We got word from our source in Iraq. And there's a couple of guys that we talked to there in Iraq that are very close to President Sadani and Iraq and everybody else that's of power there. They know them personally. And what we're hearing is that Iraq did revalue the Iraqi dinar. Where the 3 zeros on the 3-0 notes in Iraq, that would be the 25K, 10K, 5K. And 1K notes all have the 3 zeros stripped off to the point where they now are worth 25 dinar, 10 dinar, 5 dinar and 1 dinar without the 3 zeros. We knew this would happen. That does not affect our dinar that we have. We have dinar with the 3 zeros on, and that's what it's going to be when we go into the redemption centers. October 18, 25 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. Question. What are the odds RV will happen in 2025? Mark Z. I'm thinking 99.9% in 2025. October 18, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat. So, folks, let's connect the dots. First, Iraq must control their oil revenues. The US does not want Iran or China to be controlling the oil or its revenues. Second, Trump's warnings over the PMF and the oil, given to Iraq by the Trump administration. Third, the stability of the dinar. Fourth, is diversification. This will save the government billions each month. Fifth, increase current oil revenues. We all know about the plan to compensate the US for the war through oil credits. If the US is going to begin spending these oil credits, there must be additional oil revenue income too then to pay for these oil credits. October 18, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat. How long will it take? The Iraqi relationship with the US has changed drastically since Trump, he is not playing games and is serious about all five of these key issues. Yes, issues that must be resolved. No more delay. We see attention to all of these key issues in the news. Can Iraq solve them in time for a January reinstatement? But remember, the CBI also needs time to conduct the project to delete the zeros in. We also know that part of the future cloud of Iraq will mean full accession to the WTO and the BIS. These both are still pending. Are they waiting for the reinstatement and go ahead by the US to announce them? We know that Iraq and the CBI keep moving ahead. One thing that is very clear to me is that all this effort will come to a convergence at some point in time. There will be an explosion of wealth for Iraq. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: IraqiDinarChat.net